Alright, and we are back for our final episode. We're going to do final episode is basically going to be a review. So let's review this game. I made a few notes so I could look at really fast. Help me out a bit here. Let's start with the audio. The audio, it wasn't bad. I just didn't feel like video game music. There's a lot of techno-y music. At the same time, I didn't really mind it though. I think maybe because it was so different than what you normally hear, it was a little bit actually refreshing, even though, you know, it doesn't feel like video game music. So the audio overall was, you know, it was good. My favorite part of the audio is Funk Time, that Funk Time song when you're on the world map. I like that. For the visuals, I like the visuals for the most part. Like, they're very well done, like the mapping and all that. A lot of effort went into just making like specific items on the map, you know, just for the game and the characters themselves. Some things I didn't like with the visuals is the character battle sprites. Like, when you're in a battle, the monsters that you're fighting look so good. Like, they did a really good job on the monster battlers, but then you see your characters and they look, I don't know, they just don't look complete. I don't know, they just don't look good, the character battle sprites. There's some areas also on the world map when you feel like you could walk on it but you can't. I think it's mostly like elevation issues. It doesn't look like it's elevated, even though I think it's supposed to be. My favorite map was probably the beginning, the castle map. That evil castle place, the Dark Loft. And I also like the mushroom level. I thought that was really cool looking. For me, the face models, I really like the face models. My only complaint would be the main character, Aureline, Aureline, I think. No, not Oriel. What's her name? Karuna. Yeah, Karuna. I just don't like her neck, if that makes sense. Like, it's like has like some cloth on her neck or something on it. I don't know. I just don't like that. For the gameplay, overall I enjoyed the gameplay. Early game was very easy as expected with most games. I feel like maybe the regular monsters are a little too easy, because I never had to heal too much before a boss. Or, you know, usually the monsters are to prepare you for a boss, to learn all your skills good, and to wear you down a little bit before the boss time comes. But I don't know, I never had a problem. I usually went into a boss without even healing for the most part, using like 3 heal items, and that's really it. I felt like there was too many items maybe, and I don't know, I guess maybe I didn't use crafting that much, but I just never felt the need for a lot of items. I bought weapons I bought pretty irregularly. Armor I bought a little bit, but that's because I think everything was very expensive. Like, you had to be really picky with what you chose. As far as like puzzles in the game, there really wasn't any. I think the closest you had was to that flood level, which was pretty cool, but you had 15 seconds to basically reach, like, to go upstairs, otherwise you get, I guess, tossed in the flood and end up somewhere else. I thought that was pretty neat. I think maybe shorten the timer. I think 15 seconds was a little too much. Then for, I guess, like the boss battles, I actually thought they were pretty decent. It was a little easy early on, but that's expected. The hardest boss fight was definitely that potion dude. I got mad lucky killing him. He was a very cool boss. I wasn't really sure whether to kill the healing dude since they heal him, or just leave him alive. I left him alive. Probably the wrong decision. I probably should have killed them because he hurt himself when he made them, so I think I probably should have just killed his buddies. But I didn't. Alright, which brings me to my next, I guess, complaint in the game. Is I feel like healing is way OP in this game. Especially like once I learned Pearl Breeze. That thing like heals everybody almost fully. It has Regan on it, and you also get it when you get hurt, which happens a lot. Like, you could literally like never run out of it because you're always getting hurt, and then you just use it. And then also when you finally get that stronger heal spell, not like the regular heal spell, but the stronger one, you know, if the monster hits one guy, I use my strong heal spell. If he does like an AoE and hits my whole party, oh, then I just bring up my Pearl Breeze attack. It's like I always have something in my arsenal to fully heal myself, which later on seemed to hurt. It seemed to get really easy like the last 2 bosses in the game. I don't know, maybe make Pearl Breeze heal less or take away its regen effect, or, you know, maybe make it more impulse points to get it, to use it. I think that'd be a good suggestion. What else we got? Let's see. For the most part, I thought the spells came at a good pace, and abilities, like I think every 2 levels it seems like you always gained a new ability or spell, and for the most part I used them all. The only one I really never used was that poison spell. Well, I tried to use it, but it never worked on the bosses. Maybe it works on the regular enemies, but I don't see the point of poisoning the regular enemies when I could just kill them. So that's probably the only spell I didn't really like, was that poison spell. And also There Will Be Blood for the main character. It was actually really good technique ability early in the game, but later on it just sucked. I felt like for the main hero of the game, she should have a cooler ability. I don't know. It worked good in the beginning of the game, but then it was definitely lacking towards the end. Let's see. I got really tired of seeing that same gray enemy sprite that's always on the map that you fight. I don't know, I think it'd be cool if you could actually make it look like what the monsters you're gonna fight instead of that gray thing all the time that you see. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't like random battles, so I'd take this any day over random battles. But it just really, I don't know, it sort of lessens the game a little bit by seeing that gray monster all the time. I can see it for like the big boss battles, so you don't know what you're up against. I think that's cool, like leave the big gray dudes. But like every single fight versus a regular enemy, it's a little gray monster. I don't know, I think it takes away. And let's see. For the characters, for Karuna, the main hero, I'm not really a big fan of her. I just didn't like her attitude. I never really liked her the whole game. I don't like how she talks with the king. That was just really annoying, because in, I don't know, any other game or in real life, that king would have just like thrown her in jail or killed her. She just seems, I don't know, really fake to me. I don't buy her feelings. I don't believe her, basically. Chisa, I didn't like Chisa at first, but she grew on me. She seems like a little child. It makes me worry about her a little bit with Karuna and Meryl both she's trying to get Karuna and Meryl's trying to get her, but you know, I feel a little worried. She feels like the innocent one. As for Meryl's my favorite character in the game. She's really cool. She seems the most real. You learn, I don't know, you basically go to her hometown, and I feel like you learn more about her because of that. You know, you get more backstory, which you actually get more backstory with her than I think the main character Karuna, which is weird. For Oriel, you don't know much about her. You just that first scene that you see her with, and I don't know, she was pretty forgettable in that scene, I think. But she becomes the evil Dark Lord pretty fast, so she automatically becomes a little bit more interesting. Let's see. Now the main thing. It's the reason we all play the game, an RPG game anyway, which is the story. As for the story, this is the tough one, because the story, I don't know, it seems pretty basic, but it's very good pacing at the same time. So you're never like, you're always going somewhere, and the dungeons aren't very long, and they're actually interesting to look at, so it sort of just goes by. But the story to me, I don't know, it just seems very basic. Like, you know what's gonna happen. The only thing you don't know, which is what's really gonna make or break the game is the ending. Which, if you really think about it, if you're playing a game, usually like you want to play a game to get intrigued with the story the whole way through. Here I feel like the only way this game is going to do something for me is by seeing the ending, which is, for your game to be make or break on the ending, I don't know, it just doesn't seem that interesting to me. Or even if it's a great ending, it's like a buzzkill for the rest of the game. But anyway, I think the main problem is you always feel like you're going somewhere because you want to show me a new map or something. Like, for example, like for the king, go get me this ring. The only reason you're really getting this, you want me to get this ring for the king, is because you want me to show the Naga area to get your next party member. And basically you just needed something to put in the game. It doesn't feel natural, like, go get this ring. Like, I don't know, it's like everything is, the legend says go, you have to do this trial and all that stuff. But like, alright, why not just have it like, the king put his artifact that you need to get in a safe spot somewhere, and then you go get it. Why does that have to be like, go get this ring, and then you get there and they're like, go get me this so I can replace that ring. It just, I don't know, I feel like a bunch of fetch quests instead of actually like story related. And then like at the end here, when the bridge is destroyed for like the third time, it's like, now you gotta go through here to get, through because the bridge is destroyed. Like, I feel like, I don't know, there's just gotta be better reasons to go places. Other than that, the story, it was written well. Now the main thing, I guess you'd say, is my rating for the game. I'll do 5-star rating, like out of 5 stars, just like in the RPG Maker site that I found this game at. I don't really like doing half stars, so I would say a 3 out of 5 is what I would go with. It's just a demo though, so it could definitely get better, so hopefully it'll get to 4 or 5. But right now I'd give it a 3 out of 5. And the main thing is, would I pick up this game when it's fully released? And I'm really not sure I would, just because, like I said, I don't feel like there's really much of a story. It's just go get this, and then, I'm sure the ending has to be good. Like, it's the only thing that could save the story, in my opinion. And I don't know, as a player, do you really want to just wait till you get to the end to finally be like that woohoo moment? I don't know. That's a lot to ask. So hopefully the user will make some changes. It would probably depend on if I was just bored and I was like, look, they finished the game, let me continue it. Or if I got like a message from the creator like, I finished my game, you could finish, I know you played the demo, you could finish it. But if it is on my own accord, I don't know if I would. So that's my final review. You can take it as you want. It is a demo, so it could always get better. And that's all.